Okay, this is a quick lesson on how to solve one-step equations. The properties of equality state that as long as you do the same operation to both sides of an equation, the two sides remain equal. An equation is divided in two sides by the equal sign. The solution to an equation is any value that makes the equation true. In order to solve an equation or find the value for the variable, you must isolate or get the variable all by itself on one side of the equation, or get it alone on one side of the equation. In order to do this, you must use inverse operations. Sometimes that's also called opposite operations. So either term, they're interchangeable. So if a number is being added to the variable, that number must be subtracted from both sides of the equation to isolate the variable. Subtraction is the inverse or opposite of addition. Likewise, the other operations, addition is the inverse of subtraction. Multiplication is the inverse of division. And division is the inverse of multiplication. So we're going to look at some examples here. Also, in order to check your answer, you just put the value in that you solve for back in for the variable and see if it makes a true statement. So let's look at these three examples here, or two examples, and then some more on the other side. Okay, so we can see this is subtraction. So in order to get rid of this minus 14, we're going to use addition, the inverse. So we're going to add 14 to both sides. That gets rid of these guys and leaves us with negative 12 plus 14, which is 2. We can check this by putting 2 back in for x, so 2 minus 14 does give me negative 12, so we know our answer is correct. Okay, the next one. This is x plus a negative 3 equals 2. Well, this time we're adding, so we're going to use subtraction. So we're going to subtract a negative 3 from both sides. And when we subtract a negative 3 from both sides, that's the same as adding 3. So these guys are canceled out. We get 2 minus a negative 3, which is 5. If we check this, we're going to have 5 plus negative 3, which you know when you add a positive and a negative, you find the difference and take the sign of the bigger number, we do get 2. So our answer must be correct. Okay, next problem we're going to do here is, this is number 3, negative 3x equals 15. A number next to a variable indicates multiplication, so this is negative 3 times x equals 15. The inverse of multiplication is division. This bar indicates division, so we're going to divide this side by negative 3 and this side by negative 3. That gets rid of negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1, so that leaves us with our x all by itself. 15 divided by negative 3 is negative 5. In order to check our work, we're going to put negative 5 back in here. Negative 3 times negative 5 does equal 15. We're correct again. All right. Okay, next problem. 2/3 times x equals 30. This is multiplication. We're going to use division. When we divide by a fraction, we know we have to multiply times its reciprocal. So 2/3 x divided by 2/3 equals 30 divided by 2/3. When we divide by a fraction, we know we multiply times its reciprocal. So 2/3 x times 3/2. You can see these guys are going to cancel out, and we're just going to end up with our x in the middle there, right? 30 times 3/2 is going to give me 90 over 2, which equals 45. If we substitute this back in here, 2/3 times 45, that's going to give us 90 over 3, which equals 30, our answer. And then my last example is a division one. So this is a number, remember the bar indicates division, divided by negative 10 equals 13. If we have a division equation, we need to use multiplication. So we're going to negative 10, these guys are going to cancel out. 13 times negative 10 is negative 130. Negative 130 divided by negative 10, a negative divided by negative is positive. So we get 13, we know our answer is correct. So you try to do these on your own here, and we'll go over it in class tomorrow.